Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Hey Sister. Ooh, sister, how you doing?
Right?
Because you
Uh,
can hear. I'm
No, the question is, how are you doing?
ah, listen. We got to send our text alert to our normal friends. Let them know. Send a text alert. Let the folks know that we on live. If y'all are watching, make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe. Let people know that you're watching right now. Your sister's on the struggle bus. Hey, Jody. Thanks for
Hey,
being there,
Joe.
girl.
Yes,
The
yes, yes,
sister is
yes.
on the struggle bus. So, as you all know, I am a business owner and I do leadership coaching and training. And so I'm actually in
You've
the
been
state of
traveling.
Texas.
You've been on the
I
go.
have been traveling and I'm actually here in Texas and I delivered a workshop today. And as I was talking, as I was introducing my topic and thinking it was going well, my nose started bleeding. I have never, ever, ever had a nosebleed.
Right.
Oh, girl, that was a mess. So I was trying to be bright and cheery, had on this beautiful yellow dress with these beautiful green shoes. Shout out to Katrina Lee Jones, my stylist. She would have been so proud of me going in with that garden theme and looking cute. Girl, the blood started dripping. Boop, 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 boop. I said, wait a minute, what's happening? So I did my training for 4 hours with tissue stuffed in my nose. But I did it.
But you
Woohoo!
did it. And that's what matters, sister. You got it done. And you're here for Hey Sister.
Yes, I am here for Hey Sister. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Yes, I was
Yes.
hemorrhaging. That was a hemorrhaging soldier. Yes, mwah, love you too. I was a hemorrhaging soldier. But nonetheless, that's why we're here. We're here so we can give you what you need, share with you and the things that you want to talk about, that we want to talk about. There's a lot been happening out here in these last few weeks. And last
Yeah,
week we
yeah,
weren't with you. We were on a little hiatus.
we were.
But we're here tonight. So tell us about the shirt you have on and what you want to tell us about that, sister. I'm also going to drink some wine. Hopefully this
Yeah,
will help my
okay,
nose
and
bleed.
enjoy. We were just shout out Thibodeau High School. It's alumni weekend. As you can see, we're not there. However, still hope everybody's having a good time and are being safe. Most importantly, drinking plenty of water, remaining hydrated because it's hot outside. I know sometimes we like to indulge in libations and lots of good food and lots of good drink when we're at home, but be responsible. So I'm representing. This is the inaugural shirt from our the alumni weekend, and which it was just a day I think then in 2019, 2019, yeah, and then last year was the 3 day weekend, and this year is the 3 day weekend. They go and see the baddest chick Trina. Ooh, that's a tongue twister.
Oh,
Sorry,
Lord.
Trina. Baddest chick Trina tonight is the concerts and the GTs, the Good Ghetto Twins, were performing earlier at the picnic. So shout out to everybody who's out there. Shout out to Mr. Chaz James and his wife for organizing it again. Shout out to our good friend who shall remain nameless, who we know is always working behind the scenes. And shout out to all the class representatives and everybody who went out. And again, have a good time, be safe, and yeah, hold it down. What you guys to say for class of 91 since y'all are the epitome, obviously, the folks that's trying to get at y'all level.
Well, listen, I think it's always beautiful when we can come together in community. And so shout out to the folks at home for coming together in community. And shout out to all of you who continue to come together in community. There was a voter registration drive, there was an alumni basketball game, there's a whole lot of things. So shout out to all the folks in Thibodeau. And if you are in Thibodeau and watching, make sure you drop something in the comments. Let us know what you're talking about, what's going on,
Right?
what's happening. Yeah, we gotta hear from, we want to hear from you. We definitely want to hear from you. Hey Patrice, how you doing,
Hey,
girl?
Patrice.
We still trying
Yeah.
to hold it down over here in the Hey Sister world. So since Patrice just came on, and I'm assuming she's getting ready to travel to Chicago as one of
Yes,
the
Chi-town.
delegates for. You have that camera on again because you getting a delayed reaction.
I don't look delayed.
You
No,
it's
I think it's the headphones. Okay, I'm gonna take off the headphones.
girl, because I don't
Continue.
know. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi.
I
I don't know.
gotta this yes, this is a faster I changed computers, it's a faster processor. It shouldn't be problems. I don't see a delay on my camera.
Okay.
Normally I'll see a delay.
All right. Well, yes, Patrice is getting ready to head out to Chicago to represent. And I believe the DNC had a roll call vote recently to make. Yes, she says, I am officially a pledged Harris delegate. So it sounds like Vice President Kamala Harris is now not just the presumptive nominee, but the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. How about that? DNC had their roll call election. We dropping the link in there so you all can read more about that. And I love how one of the things I do love and appreciate about this is the things you learned in civics that you forgot, you're being reminded of, about how these processes actually work, how parties actually work, how nominating and all of that actually work. And even for those who are in organizations that are governed in a similar fashion, you forget the nuances and how things work. And that is so very important. Because so many people are out here reckless and saying things that they know nothing of which they speak. And it's because the things that you learned in ninth grade civics, you already forgot. And that's what it is.
I don't think but I don't think it's that they know not what they speak. I think there are a lot of people who actually do know exactly what they speak, but they also know that if I put out misinformation and and if I sow the seeds of doubt, then I can make enough people believe that something wrong is happening.
Yes.
So that's what I believe that is all about. But at the end of the day, yeah, as Patrice said, MVP will officially accept her nomination at the convention. This is an exciting time for those anybody who's mad about this time. I don't care what your position is. I don't care how you plan to vote. Anybody is mad about a time where we can sit in a space and have a viable candidate who is not a white male for the president of the United States. That speaks volumes because, as we can see, and we're going to talk about the Olympics here soon, we're still making history in all aspects of life, right? And so this should feel like a historical moment. This should feel like a moment we should all be proud of. And again, when I look at those delegates from the DNC, for example, say what you will if you're on the other side, but when I look at the delegates from the DNC, I see what America is supposed to be, what America indeed looks like. We don't all look the same. For those who try to attack diversity, equity, and inclusion, there's something wrong with you when you think that not being a carbon copy of each other is a problem. Something's wrong. So I say that.
Yes, absolutely. We got a couple of comments here. One, Jody says, yes, because people don't do their own research. Let's talk about research. Proof sources matter. Multiple proof sources matter. Credible proof sources matter. And when I hear a lot of people say, well, I did my research. Yeah, but that came from the IndieWire something, something, whatever.
Right.
It wasn't even credible, right?
Right.
Research matters, right? Actually doing research matters. And then when you don't have something right, and we're going to talk about it too when we get into this context of the Olympics, being able to say, you know what? I allowed my confirmation bias to lead me down the wrong road. I allowed my confirmation bias to lead me to sources that only affirm what I wanted to believe in the first place. And
Hmm.
we need that type of maturity, that type of honesty, that type of care as people do their research. Because I love, and I know Jody works in HR. I used to love when people come, when I was having a conversation with an employee and they did their research, and I'm like, you don't even know what a protected class is. You're not one. Stop it. You know what I mean? Just basic things. You don't even know, but you want to come up in here and throw down or throw around some words and make some allegations.
Hmm.
But because you went to Google
Sorry, I'm saying
101,
right.
it's a mess. So I would just encourage folks, yeah, really do your research, get some credible sources, and then get someone to challenge your way of thinking. Give someone to challenge your way of thinking. Because if you challenge, yes, honey, look, that part, I love the use of insubordinate. Girl, yeah, they want to tell you about insubordinate. Baby, that's not the definition. That is not the definition under the federal rules and regulations. You can't just go to Merriam-Webster. You got to go into the context of this organization. Stop it. A mess. We got another comment here from Patrice. Said the absence of local journalism and news outlets plus social media is creating an environment for erroneous information to grow legs and fly. And honey, it is flying. And let's see, we got another comment here. Okay, I think it might be me on a little time delay. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Google and
Google and
YouTube
YouTube
University.
University are going to take people down. Not that the worst of the culprits is TikTok University.
Oh yeah,
Woo,
that's another
child.
one.
That TikTok University is slaying them, okay? It's slaying them.
Oh man. Well,
But
TikTok University is also slaying their medical choices too, because medical decisions as well. But you saw it on
Joe
TikTok.
Rogan University had a lot of people die of COVID. Joe Rogan and what's
Yeah.
his name? Rogers, the quarterback.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, it's so funny because when Aaron Rodgers says it, people think it's legitimate, but if LeBron James makes a comment, it's shut up and dribble. I don't get it, but
Yeah. Girl, and and what was so funny, I saw a meme was like, oh, these same people who is about how horrible, because Sharon, what is his name? Ozzy Osbourne wife. Sharon Osbourne was
Aaron
one of
Osborne.
those who was all about the vaccine. But girl, when the GLP-1s was on hit the market, you was first inject me and put it in with your vanity. That type of
But
thing,
then
right?
but then they like it's not Ozempic. It's not Ozempic. Okay, well,
Whatever.
whatever it is, what's the never it
Whatever
is?
it is, there's still a lot
It's
of data, a lot of research.
and it ain't you running and it ain't you eating right. Stop them lies.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Continue. Sorry. All right. What we gonna talk about next then, sister? So
We're going to talk
not
about the
white
hottest
president roll
topic
call.
this week. If you're like me, I've been in the stranglehold. The 2024 Olympics. How many of y'all been watching the Olympics? Drop in the comments. What's your favorite thing you've seen thus far? I'm watching it live coverage, replay coverage, by sport coverage. I'm clicking on all the buttons because if I miss something or I see y'all post something on the book, I gotta go see. Oh dang, I missed that today. Let me go look and see.
Right.
These Paris Olympics, girl. What say you, sister?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. What's funny is, you have to be into. I feel, I feel like you have to know what sports are coming on, like what sports you want to watch and when they're coming on. Because otherwise, if you just turn it on, you're gonna see swimming. I swear. If you just like, let me just turn it on. Swim. Somebody is swimming at a point.
If you
But
just
it
turn
has
it
been a
on, somebody might be on a road race, and you like, well, how long y'all got to ride this bike? I'm confused.
Well, okay, so here's a few things that I want to know, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Have we always had mixed swimming events and mixed track and field events? Because this was new to me. I was like, Okay, we run it. I mean, the woman, what was it from?
The Netherlands.
Norway? The
The
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
She done
Bowl is
sis
her
came.
name. She is a 400-meter specialist. She's a 400-meter hurdler. So that night when they did that, my husband and I happened to be on the phone. He was like, okay. He was like, she ain't got no hurdles in her way. So all she had was speed.
Hunty. I said that sister from the US was running. She started
19
off
years
too
old.
strong, but when she got towards the end, old girl from the Netherlands just came right on and passed her
She
right
was
on
like
by.
3 people deep behind her.
She was, and she's obviously very tall. So I don't know how tall, but them legs was legging, and she was moving. I was like, okay. So
That was
so again,
absolutely
if the mix has been a thing and I'm just not knowing, y'all tell me. But I was shocked and
I'm
surprised.
about to go to Google University and find out because that was new to me. Another thing that was new to me is and it is new this year is the repechage. I can't remember how to say it.
What is
But
that?
if you are any track and field event where it's over 200 meters or more and you don't
Hmm.
qualify during the qualification part, you can there's a heat for those who did not qualify and they get to do another heat to attempt to qualify to actually compete in the semifinals and finals and all that. And I thought that was absolutely a whole new thing. So seeing people who were in the repechage for like the 1500 meter, you mean I got to run that again to just try to get a time good enough to compete?
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
amazing. But they said how much the athletes love it. So
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Giving them another chance.
yeah,
Okay, I just we also have to talk about his Yusuf Dikek, the
yes,
Turkish shooter, the one hand wonder. The
baby,
the play
listen.
with it if you want to, but my aim is good with my hand in my pocket. He he is not playing with y'all, and I'm here for it all day, every day. I really have to learn how to shoot.
So
Well,
one of
I
the
need to learn how
questions,
to shoot with two hands first.
but one of the okay, so her name is Femke Bol. She's a Dutch track and field athlete who competes in hurdling and sprinting. She specializes in 400-meter hurdles, and she's the 2023 world champion in 400-meter hurdles. And so, baby, them legs, let me see how tall she is. She is 6 feet tall, 143 pounds. And all 6 feet of them
Ooh,
legs was, yes, 6 feet
um,
tall, 143 pounds. Just know, as y'all watching these athletes, the TV add 10 pounds. Hey,
because
they
I'm about to
little
say
people.
the scale be trying to tell me that's where I'm supposed to be, and I'd be like, "You lying? It ain't supposed to be that small. That's not right." So you telling me that she done fell into the correct height and weight. Her BMI
BMI.
is correct. Okay. Well,
I'm
listen.
just saying,
A
I don't
hundred
know if
and
it's
how many?
correct or not.
You said 141, and she five. This say 5'11".
143. It says she's 6 feet tall, 143 pounds.
You know, it's been a
You
long
okay,
time since I was
sister?
in the hundred. And yeah, I wasn't in the 140s since the early since Cash Money about took over for the 99 and the
For the
2000,
99 and the
right?
2000. Yeah.
It's been a minute,
I don't even
but
think.
okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yes, we have some of these runners have the strides of gazelles. Absolutely. Jody's been clued into the gymnastics. She got her iPad at work every day. Don't let the people catch you on that iPad, girl, even though they own it themselves. Because I know they are. Everybody is. We've been all glued in, right? All
Yeah,
glued
well,
in. So you,
we got to talk about the Olympics. I mean, not the Olympics, the gymnastics, the controversy, and how sometimes you got to tell people to go sit down. Oh, you there, sister?
yeah, I'm
I
here.
think you have. Oh, So, so you called the what is it, Michaela? What's the girl name? I don't know.
I think it was Michaela Skinner is her name.
Yes, I believe so. Let me see. Yeah, let me. Oh, I didn't even spell the chick name right. So she in Simone Biles. Oh wait, hold on. Michaela. Wait, Michaela Maroney doubles down on Simone Biles shading Michaela Skinner after. Okay, listen, it's I don't know these folks. All I know is somebody said something to Simone Biles, and Simone said, "Listen." Yes. Simone said, "Listen, here's what we're not about to do. I'm not playing with y'all. You because she said that they didn't have the work ethic, right? And apparently they did. Apparently they did.
She didn't know about the girls now. I don't know about the girls now. I read it. I don't know about the near how hard they work. Something of that lazy. Oh,
Hmm.
if
Yeah,
keep your
I
mouth shut is a meme, that's gonna be her. Keep your mouth. Just keep your mouth shut. Oh, since we're talking about Simone, and I'm glad that somebody put this. Dominique Dawes ran so Simone Biles can fly. Absolutely. Skinner trash talking the team and their work ethic. Absolutely. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. In the words of India Irie, I am not my hair. Y'all already did this crap a few cycles ago to Gabby Douglas.
yeah.
And I'm sick of y'all, all of y'all, who have the audacity to worry about what her hair looks like, how it holds up while you flipping around in the air upside down and doing all the things that are superhuman feats of strength, dexterity, coordination, balance, and flexibility, and all the things. And the only thing you can talk about is the damn what's wrong with her hair?
Yeah,
Stop
nobody said
it!
this.
Stop it!
No, no, we're not doing that. At the end of the day, like honestly, so you- first of all, she went to work that day. She went to work. She combed her hair the way she saw fit because she have a job to do, and that job happens to entail flipping and jumping and doing things with that the human body isn't just doesn't do naturally. It takes a lot of training and skill to do. And if her hair flies out of place in that process, but she is the best in the world to do it, who cares? Like, what are we talking about here? I need because some of y'all go to work looking like who did it and what for, and y'all don't even take it. Y'all don't even get you. You're not even making no real contribution. So, I'm sorry. When someone like Simone Biles is called the GOAT by others who are the best at what they do, stop it. I don't care what her hair looks like. You know,
Mhm.
Shakira goes to her job and runs with hair all the way down past her buttocks if she wants
Yeah.
to. And it don't
And
make
she
me
took
no
the quick weave off because I'm gonna tell you now. Now you and I played basketball in middle school and high school.
Mhm.
There was never a time where we wanted to have a wig on our head because you get hot and sweaty. I don't know how the sisters do it. I don't even like in gymnastics. Them girls' faces was beat to the gods this time. Okay, they had contouring. I said,
Mhm.
how y'all? Me and my friend were talking about that. How that makeup staying on like that? Y'all ain't sweating because we step outside. It's 5 degrees. We gonna be like, oh, we gotta pat it dry a little bit. What? Baby, they is
Right, right.
holding it up. You hear me? I don't even get. I don't understand it. It is amazing to me. And honey, how you want to run and play basketball with them wigs and them lashes, girl? I don't even understand it. But do you, boo?
you know,
Because y'all doing it at a
exactly.
level that I never ever could imagine.
Yeah, yeah, they exactly. So you do it at a level that I couldn't imagine. You know, I used to wear makeup playing basketball, but this hair has pretty much been doing the same thing for the last several years. Many years. So yeah, folks sweat. And then if you like me, you sweat in your head anyway. Stop it. Leave that woman alone. She's the most decorated gymnast of our times.
Yes. We got some comments here. One says, let's see. I have a little, I don't, I think it's my Wi-Fi connection that's a little shaky. That's what it is.
All right.
It says folks that cannot hop over a puddle to keep dry are talking bad about Simone's hair. Pure nonsense. Absolutely. We got another comment here. Um, sis, you might have to run these comments for me because the next
I
one
can run him. I
says,
can run him. So Katrina Lee Jones said, right, they need to take several
oh, let's
seats for
see.
the folks who have something to say. Patrice Marshall.
There you
Oh,
go.
oh, wait, I thought you wanted me to run them. Uh-oh, we having problems.
Now you run them because my computer just catching up. It's this my Wi-Fi is unstable, so I turned it off on my phone and try to turn it off on some other things. So go
Okay,
ahead.
Patrice Marshall. Mackenzie says, I want to know what kind of makeup these athletes are using that doesn't sweat off. Tell us your secrets. Girl, I don't know. Miss Jody said, girl, I would have been sweating hard. Yes, yes, yes. And then Patrice followed with, what is the brand of lash glue? That would be a clutch endorsement deal for one of these athletes. Listen, I saw that Shakari has, she has one of the cosmetic deals now. You know, we know tennis shoes, right? Or sneakers. We know athletic wear or athleisure. I know Skims is somewhere in there. But
Fenty
again,
Beauty is
these
somewhere in there too this year. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yes, Fenty Beauty is in there too. But again, lash glue, lashes, wigs, wig glue. I don't know how you do it. I mean, what have all of the things there should be, especially because we know there's still disparities, pay disparities for female athletes and male athletes. And so we need all of these brands to jump on board with some sponsorships and some endorsements so that these women athletes can be uh properly compensated, but also so that they don't have to worry about things. And we're going to talk about this in a second, like paying their rent or taking care of themselves because they're training and they're going to compete. So come on with the beauty brands. Yes, Les. And Patrice said, the beauty brands are slacking on their pimping. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Get it together, beauty brands. Okay. So speaking of that, another
And you
story
know
we
what would be
wanted.
interesting because
Oh,
they do
go ahead.
compete globally. It'll be
Mhm.
interesting what the beauty brands are doing outside of the US because I wonder what their endorsement deals and what their pay because we know they compete globally. It would
Mhm.
be interested to see if we went to another country what we would see in terms of their promotion because they're appreciated. We know track and field is far more appreciated outside of the US. I would venture to say gymnastics, swimming. I think all of them are far more appreciated than they are here because we are just such in a stranglehold of basketball and football. But like you said, my boy Youssef from Turkey, because they said it's not Turkey no more, it's we Turkey.
Oh,
He was
Turkey,
like,
excuse me.
I'm about to get some. He about to get some endorsement deals in Turkey. How he stood there and was shooting that gun. Promise that. And you asked our father, what Olympic thing could you start training for right now and
Yeah,
make it to
gonna train.
2028
Got to
in
figure
Los
it out.
Angeles? And I told you at first I said archery, but archery might be a little tough because I'm gonna tell you that archery equipment is a little tough.
I
But I
think honestly, sister, our archery or shooting are gonna be tough for me because I just don't have really great aim. Period. So
that's why you got
we
to train for the next 4 years to get it.
I know to get my yes, I gotta train. You know, I was gonna
Let's start.
just go on ahead and go to the senior Olympics because there that is the thing we figured out is the thing. But you know, Mr. You Yusuf or whatever, Oh, Patrice says badminton.
Baby, that
I
badminton,
don't know.
The Chinese got that badminton and table tennis on
Oh
lock, baby. They
God.
be hitting that
Yeah.
birdie something fierce. That birdie be flipping. God think you would get hit up in the head a few too many times.
Oh God.
Ain't no shade,
No, I
sister,
don't
but
want
I'm just saying
to.
that badminton is fierce. It ain't like the
Well,
badminton we used to play in the backyard.
no, it obviously not. Yusuf has shown us that a 51-year-old can come out here and handle his business in the Olympic Games. Okay, so I wanted
Oh,
to
and the other one
talk
is
about
dressage. Dressage. The lady was 59 competing for her goal in dressage.
what the hell is dressage?
The horseback, when the horse and you jumping over the things.
Hell no, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. So the horse could get spooked and trip, and then I'm flying off of it. We are over 40. Nothing that could potentially break a bone and take us out of here. No ma'am. No, no ma'am. Okay. So I did want to talk about this young lady. Her name is
Okay.
Veronica.
I mean, you could be like my boy
Veronica
from the you could shoot your eye out like my boy from a Christmas
Ralphie.
story.
Yeah, let's hope not. Okay,
Oh, hilarious.
Veronica Fraley. So Veronica Fraley is I believe she is a, what did I just say? Discus thrower?
Yes.
Yes. So she posted on X a few days ago. She says, I compete in the Olympic Games tomorrow and can't even pay my rent. Punctuating with an emoji wearing an incredulous expression is how they describe it on CNN. And so it seems that Flavor Flav and Alexis Ohanian, who is obviously the husband of Serena Williams, stepped in and have helped pay her rent because, again, this is something that our Olympic athletes shouldn't have to think about or worry about while they're preparing to compete. Sister, what say you also about this?
Listen, Flavor Flav is the official. Hold on a second, sister. Hopefully, I'm not having an issue here. Okay. Okay, no, it's regular. Whoo, thank you, Lord. All right. Um, Flavor Flav has been a sponsor for water polo. Flavor Flav, Snoop Dogg, and any number of others who have brought attention, who have demonstrated support, like Leslie Jones, all of them who do things quietly, and now some of the things that they're doing is being made more public. I'm all here for it. I am all here
Yes,
for it. And I am grateful that he stepped in. I'm grateful that he challenged others to meet the call, because it is unfortunate, and they do get I guess some type of stipend or some type of gift. There was a whole conversation in threads about, oh, the US should be doing more because other countries give their people more. I'm like, child, we don't want to pay taxes on a good day for our public school system. You think they're gonna give athletes more for every 4 years to
right.
represent this country? That ain't what they doing. So I'm super proud. I don't necessarily like all the commercialization of everything, right? Because even the NBA and NFL, they got logos and stuff on all their uniforms now. I'm not super fan of all of that, but I love that people step up and support in someone's time of need and just make the burden lighter. That's what I think.
Yes, I
What about you?
agree. I agree. No, I agree. That's perfectly summed up. Just stepping in, kindness goes a long way. And so if we start showing more kindness and just
Okay,
understanding
sister.
where we can,
Oh man,
you can't hear me. It's not, I don't think it's me. I think
I
it's
hear
you.
you now. You
Okay.
It's not
No,
you,
just
it's
saying,
me.
yeah, more kindness and just stepping up. Something that Patrice said is, yeah, but you start dressage at age 4. So, yep, I'm a little bit behind that um, eight ball on that. Dropping in more about the Michaela Skinner and Simone Biles situation. Let's talk about history makers. Katie
Okay.
Ledecky. Let's talk about it.
That girl can swim. That's what I So some of you may remember or may not remember, last year I embarked on taking swimming lessons again. Not that I didn't know how to swim, but I really want to kind of get my perfect my strokes. I don't even understand 800 meters in the pool because I be struggling to get that 50. I could get maybe that good 35, maybe good 15, but the Olympic pool is 50 meters one way down, 50 meters back. Them folks be swimming. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I saw one competition where her name is Walsh, and it was a mixed, I don't know if it was a mixed medley or it was just a relay where for her leg, she did the backstroke leg and she didn't end on her back because when she did the flip, she flipped too
Mhm.
soon and didn't end on her back and was disqualified. I was like, listen, that girl was just trying to come up for air. Okay, she been swimming every day. And we know swimming is, honey, it is not for the faint of heart. It is an endurance, full body workout, and they be getting it in. Katie Ledecky is a beast in that pool. And dare I say, far greater than what Michael Phelps was in his day when he was winning all his golds. Because that she's still doing it, and I think this is her third Olympics or fourth. Because
Well,
she
they
first
say she said her sights on Los Angeles. So
because she first won at like 16, I believe. It was very young. I have to go back and verify when she first won. But I think also what we've seen in this Olympics and a few years ago, what's her name competed in swimming in Tokyo at 40. What we're seeing in swimming and track and field and gymnastics, that age range is expanding. I mean, health wise, technology wise, nutrition and food and exercise wise, people's careers are being extended. Because usually in the gymnastics, I mean, if you were 20, you were old,
yeah, well,
and
Simone Biles says that she's the grandmother. I guess that's the joke that she's the grandmother because she's 27.
yes, she and Rebecca Andrade from Brazil were absolutely, I loved it. And I love how they said they pushed each other and that support and that camaraderie. But both of them, they're 27 and 25, I believe, years old. Like
Mhm.
that was unheard of just a few years ago. That was unheard of just a few years ago. An Olympic gymnast career usually ended around 18, 19. And now these women are competing well into their 20s. We have Shelly Ann Fraser on the track and field, and while she pulled out, competing at 37, I mean, these 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 people are absolutely amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. How can I get my
Yes,
life
yes.
right, sister?
Well,
As
we
I
should
say.
have started a lot sooner. Katie Ledecky, they said, has she won her ninth gold medal of her career, and she has 14 total medals. And I'm trying to see if I can see how old she is. Well, she was born in 1997, so then you can do the math
So
because
that's
I'm not good
27,
computer.
right? She's 27.
Okay, so sounds good.
Come
So
on,
she was
2024, 97. Do the math, girl.
so
You the
97.
math,
I'm
girl.
gonna
Come
be
on, girl.
yes. I'm gonna make 30 years next year. I graduated high school. Yes, so 27. Right. So she is also an older athlete, and it's
Yeah,
crazy that old
competitor.
is 27. Something else Patrice said in other
And
countries,
she
professional
first went to the
athletes.
Olympics at 15. That's just FYI. She first went to the Olympics at 15.
Gotcha,
Amazing.
gotcha. Yes. I was saying, Patrice also said in other countries, professional athletes make less money in salary, but things like housing, cars, and even income taxes are sponsored by the governments in their home countries. Right.
Hmm.
So we still have so much more to talk about because Shakari Richardson. Shakari ran her race, and hey,
And she
silver.
won silver.
She
So I
won
want
silver. Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that for a second because I also want to talk about Steven Nadorsk, or however you say his last name, the one who did the pommel horse for the Olympic gymnast men, who wears the glasses, who does the Rubik's cubes in less than 10 seconds. I just love him, and all the energy that he brings. But I was so disappointed and hurt that people were like, "Oh, I'm heartbroken. Oh, Shakari lost." I'm like, Shakari didn't lose. The fact that she made it here is her win. She won
Yeah.
by showing up. She won by
Yeah.
not giving up. She won by not letting people steal her joy. She won by showing up. She's already coming in as world champion. And if you watch the prelims, which I did watch the prelims, the young lady, Alfred is her last name, from St. Lucia, I was like, oh, as I watched it, I was like, okay, so I wonder if Shakari is like pulling back a little bit, because she's just qualifying. She wanted to make sure she made it to the finals. But if you watch the prelims or the qualifying runs, I mean, Alfred had the best run out of everybody. So it wasn't shocking or surprising that she took the gold, that she ran away with it. And it was very clear. And St. Lucia is an island that's so tiny. And watching the people from St. Lucia cheer her on was absolutely amazing. So I'm proud of Shakari and how she has handled the last 4 years, even when the general public, or the collective we, um, put these unrealistic or faulty or our own expectations, because we like to think what we could do and we can't. I'm just saying.
Well, as you said, she won silver. That is second place in the world. Not like how we say, world champions and this the NBA finals, and there's only really the NBA just in the United States, or the NFL, the Super Bowl champions, and it's like it just played here basically. This is the second fastest woman in the world. But to your point, to see the pride from St. Lucia of this athlete, like I said, her last name is Alfred. I would have to look for her first name here, but she did Julian Alfred. She was moving. Sis was moving. So it was a beautiful competition. I do think that, and and as we talk about, we're going to jump into Noah Lyles here in a second. I do think when the spotlight is on you, when you are the person that has been deemed the one that's supposed to win gold, when all eyes are on you, it does add an extra layer of pressure. And all eyes were on Shakira. It added some pressure. I felt like she got out of the blocks a little, not as
A
fast as
little
she
wonky, a little
could have.
wonky. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and so it was a lot of pressure, but at the end of the day, sis still comes home with the silver medal. So congratulations to her. And again, these are the times when I'm super, super proud of our U.S. Olympic team. All right, sister, you still there? You
I
having
am.
some
I'm
issues.
hanging in. My connection going in and out, but we here.
All right, so let's talk about Noah Lyles. Talk about whew, child. Listen, y'all look at this
You got the
thing.
picture. Show the people the picture, girl.
Let me see if I can share the screen. Share
Cause
screen.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know what they said, but I don't know.
All right. So here we have it, and it's kind of
Make
hard
that
to
a
see.
full
Uh-oh.
screen if you can.
Let me see, girl. Let's close this thing out. This is not. Let's see. Can I click on it? Can you see it still? No, it didn't click. Let me try it again. Let me share it again. y'all know I'm not my sister. Just for everybody's knowledge, my sister usually runs these things, and she is much better at this than me. Okay, so I see this is as big as it's gonna get, but as you can see, so here's a foot, but it don't go by your foot. Here's another foot, but it don't go. So here's Noah Lyles at 7, and you can see his head, I guess, is slightly ahead. It is literally, look at this, look at this, look at this. I mean, so I'm like, Jamaica's, well, first of all, this brother from the US, I can't remember his name. His foot is on the line for sure. Jamaica's foot is on the line. And then Noah's foot ain't on the line, but Noah leaned. Noah leaned. Because also, he was so hyped before the race. He was jumping up and down and he was super, super hyped before the race. And man, oh man, when he also, it seemed like was a little wonky coming out of the block. So I stopped my eyes kind of shifted off of him. So I was like, oh, I don't think Noah gonna make it. And I don't think he thought he made it because he had to look as well. He appeared to be pretty surprised as well. Happy, definitely happy. But that was one where it was talk about a photo finish. Amazing.
Well, honey, I know that they will go back and review as well because that's what they do. And I'm happy for him, but baby, that was close.
It was very close. It was very close. And then last but not least, we have Lauren Scruggs, 21-year-old Lauren Scruggs became the first Black American woman to win an individual Olympic fencing medal because she clinched gold for the USA. So that was very awesome as well. This is a young lady, the fencing isn't one that a lot of people know a lot about. It's not one that Black folks, African Americans, whatever you want to call it, we don't, we haven't really participated in that as often. So, shout out to 21-year-old Lawrence Scruggs who made history and is taking home that gold medal as well.
So do we want to talk about the controversy in boxing?
Okay, here's the thing. I am so confused about the controversy because I keep hearing that I'm not going to say that. I don't know the young person's name, but I'm hearing that this is someone who was biologically born as a woman and is competing against other women and is seemingly losing. I mean, I don't want to be funny.
She's an Algerian boxer. Her name is Imaine. I think it's Khalif.
Imaine Khalif. Okay.
When people take stuff, so this is what we go back to, circling back to the top. We talked about doing your own research. I saw somebody post something, and I was so glad one of my friends who's a pediatrician and a doctor weighed in the comments. And I'm like, folks is just reckless. She's not transgender.
Huh.
And
well, wait, maybe this is a confusing. I'm talking about a different story then. Or are they just confusing all of this stuff?
It's the same story. It's the same story. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have a comment here. Let's see. In track, the athlete's head is the body part that determines the winner. Thank you very much for sharing. So that means when they always told us to make sure you lean, he got that lean on. He got his gangster lean on, honey.
Oh, we know. They said the clavel match. I don't know.
Okay.
My point is, it was still close.
So the Algerian boxer, I guess when the last person who lost against her withdrew and was like, it's not fair. And folks took that and ran with it. Not that she ain't lost to some other women, like the person who beat her in the last, like the woman that beat her already.
Mhm.
It was like she has lost to many women. So when they were talking about these unfair advantages and that she was a man fighting with women, I mean, when they want to push their transphobia, baby, they ran with that like they were Olympic athletes with their misinformation and disinformation and ignorant ass information because they know
Oh,
nothing.
I'm reading this now. Oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Now I was a little. I kind of tried to avoid this because I was like, wait, I keep hearing this is a woman, so I don't understand. But now, as I am reading it, I just dropped the link, and it specifically says the International Olympic Committee strongly supports her participation in the 2024 Games, with IOC spokesperson Mark Adams saying she was born a female, was registered female, lived her life as a female, boxed as a female, has a female passport. This is not a transgender case. That is awful that someone would make that insinuation. But here's the thing, did she even make that insinuation? She
She
just
made that
put it out?
insinuation because she got punched and she lost, and then she went back and apologized for
No.
all the disruption and the hurt and the pain that she caused. But baby, you released that into the atmosphere, and you
Yeah.
really um harmed your fellow competitor. You
Right.
harmed her. And like they said, in her country, if there was
She could
any
be
question,
probably, yeah,
she probably would have been killed.
killed. Yeah, yeah. That's terrible. I really feel bad now for about that. That's really awful.
She gonna
Oh,
talk about it's unjust and unfair. How is unjust and unfair? Your ass just lost today. And sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. You train for 4 years and you get knocked out. Like Mike Tyson said, if you always have a game plan till you get punched in the face. She got punched in the face and then she
and
she went for the lowest common denominator possible and had the Fox News sphere and every right wing. Oh, they let men compete against women. And oh, it was a mess. And I was like,
that is awful.
y'all trying to destroy this woman. And we've seen it before with the runner, Samia, I can't think of her last name, but we saw all get disqualified for so many things because of a similar, like you really telling somebody their genetics is the reason why you don't want them to do something. Wow.
Well, I mean, again, in this case, see, I'm not going to sit up here and say that there aren't questions or situations where we do have to have some clarity and some conversation. But if this ain't one of them, it's just appalling that you would put this person in a situation where, again, she's being bullied, she's being and look at me, I'm trying to make sure I say the right pronouns because I'm all confused about the story. And wow. Okay. Anyway, next.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
What else have y'all been getting into with these 2024
yes.
Olympics? I think we've talked about a lot. We've hit on a
Yes.
lot of the highlights. There's so many things, all the things. I love it.
All the
It's had me in the stranglehold. And I was going to cancel that Peacock subscription, but I ain't canceled it yet. So I'm happy for Peacock because I can
yeah.
watch all the replays.
Peacock is happy for this. Hey, Peacock is indeed excited that y'all had some good Olympians this year.
Yes, for
Because
sure.
y'all know Fresh Prince wasn't gonna be able to carry the Peacock.
When is First Prince of Bel Air coming back?
I don't know. You ask the
Child.
people at Peacock. When y'all bringing Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Let me just call it properly.
Bel
Bel Air.
Air.
When is
When
it
y'all
coming?
bringing Bel Air back? So
All right. Last but
last
not
week,
least.
when we were on our leisure, we came to you live from our bed as we were on our leisure. And if you didn't see us live, go to Hey Sister on Instagram so you can check it out. But it's been the talk of the week. One Donald John Trump carrying himself down to the NABJ, which is the National Association of Black Journalists. And he didn't know, because she always, because I know her. I don't know her well, but I know her. And she was always Indian. I didn't know. Now she's just turned black. That was one. Then when they asked him to clarify what a black job was, that was two. I encourage you to go listen to the whole NABJ interview. And I know his team pulled him 30 something minutes in. Y'all go listen to that whole NABJ interview and listen to what he says. And then share it with any of your friends who have any
You
doubt.
don't need you don't need to share it. Because it's gonna be again, it's the mental gymnastics. The mental gymnastics would beat Simone Biles any day.
That part.
Because
So,
I don't
sister,
even understand.
in the spirit of Bakari Sellers when he was on CNN, did you turn black when you heard the 99 for the 2000s and the beat dropped and they got you your life? When did you turn black?
Uh, I was 6 years old. I've
Okay.
been black a long time. I mean, obviously I was black before then, but that's when it was clear at 6 years old. And yeah, I ain't even about to make a joke about it because I mean, Bakari was funny. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, as I have my Tiger Pride shirt on here, um, growing up in Southern Louisiana, oh, trust me, you are very aware, acutely aware of color, colorism, uh, racism, classism, sexism, all the isms. And 6 years old. Yeah.
Mm.
So here's my thing. Again, I will say what I wrote on Al Gore's internet, Beyonce's Instagram, that I don't know anyone in all my years who has turned black to decide to run for president of the United States. But further, when we are speaking about Vice President Kamala Harris, what I do know is she attended Howard University. I do know she grew up in Oakland, California. I do know that she is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So even if she supposedly turned black, she did it way before there were any thoughts of running
Of-
for president of the United States. Um, but I do know that from her words, she was raised, her mother was acutely aware of her blackness and raised her and her sister as such. So when people are sitting around even having this conversation and continuing to perpetuate these stories about when she was quote unquote, she said she was only Indian, she only identified as Indian. Let me tell you what I know. If there's an interview out there, we would have seen the interview.
Yeah.
Y'all keep saying that she said this in an interview. So where's that interview? Just post the interview, then we could all hear it. It ain't gonna change my mind about who I'm voting for, but we could all hear it and see it. Because everything that JD Vance has said over the last few years, all of them interviews and text messages came out, is coming out. Now y'all messing with little Doug, our second gentleman,
Husband, second gentleman.
uh,
Hmm.
about his ex-wife, and even though his ex-wife said they good, y'all messing with him about that, his previous marriage. So if she said this in the interview, I don't identify as black, I only identify as Indian. Just pull up the damn interview. But I don't believe that was ever indicated.
Right.
And I don't believe that was ever indicated because, again, that means what she pledged like in '86. I know that might not be the right word, but whatever. She was in that
She
pledge camp at
pledged at
that
that
time. So
time.
she
She
pledged
pledged.
she
Hmm.
pledged in '86 or so. She entered in like 82, 83, or something like that. She entered power. So she would have had to decide this real early on. So again, where's the interview? Where's the interview where she said she only was Indian and all that stuff? And if you're gonna tell me because you saw, so now they done pulled up JD Vance in Indian ceremonial garb
For his
because he's
wedding. Yeah.
married to it for his wedding. So did he turn Indian when he got married? Or is it cultural and it's okay to respect people's culture? I went to Abu Dhabi, and I went to the temple in Abu Dhabi. And you're required to cover your head and wear certain clothing. I didn't turn Muslim, but I have respect for the religious and cultural practices. And if that's their rules, that's their rules. Either I don't go, but I can't go up in there talking about I don't want to wear that.
Yeah.
So again, so you want her to not recognize a part of her being. But since you know it, Donald, just weigh your receipts. Because what I do know is I'm seeing a Photoshop picture of you with all these classy black women who got six fingers and the same face, and one standing right behind you because the photoshopping is so terrible.
Mhm.
And you praying in a church with a bunch of extra phalanges.
Baby, that them AI images got some of y'all in the stranglehold. They got y'all in the stranglehold. And I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
y'all, stop playing all them AI games on Facebook and Meta and everything else. Because
Because
they
you're gonna be in
collecting
a
your
picture
data.
with you're gonna be in a picture with 4, 5 black women who got the same face and 6, 7 fingers and have hands around each other and one arm down, but you got one arm down, one arm over here, but then the other arm also around. You got 3 arms. I just can't. I can't do
Stop
it.
it. Just stop it. Just stop it. So, well, that's our
When did
hours.
you turn black? Go ahead. Let me ask you, when did you turn black? I just want to get that before you. Um,
I think, like you, there was an acute awareness probably in the third grade when I was, basically told I couldn't be invited to a slumber party. Yeah. That's when it was acutely where I always knew I was black. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. I always was comfortable in my own skin. But I always had the multicultural rainbow of folks who I wrapped my arms around and led and supported. But it was probably about the third grade where that separation got real distinct, and it started like that fracture started growing. And I would venture to say that those um, who classify themselves as white or categorize themselves as white probably have no remembrance, inclination of um, that or of the harm that they cause in the relationships with those of us who are of a different hue and the historical context of it all. But um, you know, in the big scheme of things, it has not impacted my life negatively because being black is definitely beautiful.
Absolutely. No, it there are those who try to make it impact your life negatively.
Yes.
But the one thing that we're going to do as Black people is we are resilient. I mean, we've had everything thrown at us. So when people say stuff like, you shouldn't vote for her because she's Black, well, you should not vote for her because she's Black. But some of y'all going to not vote for her because she's Black. So don't tell me what I should do with my voice and my vote. Similarly, when y'all talk about qualifications, you and I talked about this before. There's only two qualifications to be president of the United States: 35 and older, or and born in the United States. If she meets that threshold, if y'all letting the dude who had absolutely no political experience, not really that great a job experience, period, just basically was a reality show host, if you letting him, do the job. Don't sit up here and tell me about qualifications. I saw somebody, so somebody posted something like, do me a favor real quick, post your resume. I'm just trying to see something. And there was somebody who had the audacity to say, in very poor grammar, that he served he served the country and his resume was so much more than what hers was. Um, please stop it. No one has voted for you to be anything. They didn't even vote for you to probably be the book club president. Y'all be sitting up here really delusional. Stop it. Your resume can't compare. It don't. This is why you sitting there talking about her and she ain't nowhere thinking about you. She's running for president. You can't run for dog catcher.
How
So
about that?
stop it. Okay, I'm going on. Just gonna let it go now.
All right. Well,
This is
y'all, we
why
think
this is but you hit on something. This is why, as I prepare for my 30th high school reunion next year, this is why I don't mess with everybody. Plain and simple, because like you said, in third grade, you become acutely aware, and folks be sitting up here talking about, well, we shouldn't make people feel bad. Why? You done made us feel bad all of our lives. You want to ban books so that somebody don't feel bad? We've been feeling bad, or you've been trying to make us feel bad since we were children. So don't tell me nothing about feeling bad. Okay, I'm going off. Sorry. I'm back.
Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, hanging in there with us. Make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, join the conversation in the comments. And next week, if you're watching this in a replay, add your comments, and then also check out our website. We appreciate you for being here with us. And with that, peace.